What's up guys, Toasty here, Getbert, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about Dragon Ball Z games, and today I wanted to do a discussion talking about boss battles. Now, this is just something that I thought about a few days ago and just thought, why not make a video about it, asking you guys what you think, because I think that for a future Dragon Ball game, these are most likely going to be implemented and, might as well talk about how they should be implemented. So, in Dragon Ball Xenoverse, we got a different way of fighting against great apes, and everybody already knows about this system where it's like, it's pretty much like fighting a normal person, but you're fighting against a great ape instead. And the great ape can swing a lot it could swing a lot larger, but it really isn't a challenge. Like, you can really stun the great ape easily and take advantage of its tail. There's so many things that you can do with the great ape to where you don't really have to care, and it's really easy. So I wanted to talk about if we should keep that sort of system but make it a lot harder, or we should go back and do the sort of thing that Ultimate Tenkaichi did. Now, Ultimate Tenkaichi, a lot of people don't like the game itself, which I would agree with. A lot of people just don't like the game for good reason. But I actually wanted to talk about the cinematic way that they entered with the boss battles. Now, the boss battles, while they were very, obviously they were just all quick time events, there weren't really any actual parts where you were really fighting, besides, I guess you can call the part where you were fighting with Cooler or Metacooler Core even in the Ultimate Tenkaichi. I guess you can call that a fight if you want to, but it was mainly just you dodging all of his attacks and then hitting him. So pretty much I wanted to ask you guys, which would you prefer? Would you prefer the sort of system like Xenoverse, where obviously they have the scaled up sort of great apes, just like how they do in the anime, with the sort of boss battle where you're able to fly around and act like you're fighting a normal person, but it's a huge great ape instead, but just make that sort of thing harder, upgrade the system a little bit, I guess? Or would you guys want to see something like Ultimate Tenkaichi, where they give you a big boss battle? Because obviously the boss battles were really up to scale in that game. Like, Great Ape Vegeta was the size that Great Ape Vegeta really was in the anime and manga, but a lot of people didn't like how it was all quick time events. A lot of people have different feelings towards quick time events, so I wanted to see what you guys would really prefer. I saw people who don't like the Xenoverse way of doing it, and I saw people who don't like the Ultimate Tenkaichi way of doing it. Now, if you have another way in mind that you think would work better, please leave it down in the comment section down below. I know that there are a few of you who probably would say that you would want it to be like maybe Budokai Tenkaichi style, which personally I don't like that one that much, only because even though the great apes are playable, they are not up to scale. They're not, obviously the great apes are not like, maybe twice the size of Goku or whatever. They're a lot bigger than that, but obviously Budokai Tenkaichi, in order to make them playable, had to make them a lot smaller, had to scale them down. So would you guys want that more, or would you guys actually want, a big scale battle that's made of only quick time events? Or would you want to see something like Xenoverse, where you are able to just normally fight against a great ape? Personally, I would love to see something like Xenoverses, where, it's kind of that same sort of style where you're able to fight a great ape with free movement, because then I think that they could actually change the system of the great ape, especially make it harder, because in Xenoverse, the great apes were way too easy, and I personally think that if they upgrade that system in some way, or make the great apes a lot harder, make the AI a lot better, I think that it could actually be a good challenge, and even a good challenge enough to maybe have a mode online. I talked about this a long time ago, to have a mode online where you maybe have one person control the great ape, and then you have like 3 people who maybe are supposed to try and fight against the great ape, and you see who can win, the one person playing as great ape or the 3 people who are playing as normal characters. Now, I don't know about this idea. I don't know how they can really make the great ape that much better in Xenoverse, but I kind of want to throw this idea out there and ask you guys what kind of system that you guys would want to see more in a future Dragon Ball game. I'm talking about in your perfect Dragon Ball game. Like, if a game is coming out and it has a boss battle mechanic, what mechanic would you want it to have? Would you want it to have the quick time events, to have it be as, I guess, close to the anime and manga as possible? Because let's be real here, even though it was all cinematics or whatever, it did completely capture what it was technically in the anime and manga, and I think that that was really awesome. Obviously, we got the Super Saiyan 3 Goku fight against Hirudegarn, the one with Janemba too, and I personally really liked those fights in Ultimate Tenkaichi. Even though a lot of people don't like Ultimate Tenkaichi, I actually did think the boss fights were pretty cool, just because of how good the cutscenes were themselves. But I'm in the minority, so I want to ask you guys what you think and what kind of system would you want to see in a future Dragon Ball Z game. This was kind of a random topic that just came into my head randomly a few days ago. So tell me what you guys think about this. What do you guys think about boss battles in Dragon Ball Z games entirely? What kind of system would you want to see implemented in a future Dragon Ball game that you probably think is your perfect game? Tell me what you think in the comments down below. Really would want to see. And that's really it for this video, guys. If you guys did enjoy and you guys have some input, then make sure to leave it down in the comments, as well as to leave a like on the video, and I would really appreciate that. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next video. I know this one was short, but just wanted to talk about this and get this out there and ask you guys what your opinion is on this topic, because it's something that's been kind of a gray area, and I kind of wanted to touch on it again, especially if Xenoverse 2 implements the Great Ape stuff again, which most likely it will. I do want to ask you guys about this. So tell me what you guys think, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, and peace out.